we have honestly, this might be the game of the year. Like the game of the year, I think Sunday night might be qualified for the game of the year between the Bears and the 49ers. But this could also be the game of the year because these two teams are fighting for not only the division, but for a first round bye, for guaranteed home field advantage throughout the playoff. This is big. This is huge. Right, this is a must-win game for both teams. I don't think this is the game where we go into it and say, well, if we lose, we're still in the playoffs. No, 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 no. There's a big difference between you having the number one seed and being the fifth seed, right, or sixth seed or seventh seed, wherever they're going to end up being. So, Rell, the Wild Wild West. It comes down to Seattle and the 49ers in San Francisco. Who you got and why?
Yeah, it's a really, really big game, divisional game. It's a game for the first seed, and I'm taking Brock Purdy, Kyle Shanahan, and the 49ers on a guaranteed win because I've seen this story way too many times, and I seen it last year, Week 18, Sam Darnold versus the Detroit Lions for the first seed, and
Yep.
I seen Sam Darnold just see ghosts, and I think he's gonna see ghosts again. Um, I think, I think the 49ers defensive coordinator, he was just the Jets coach. What's his name? Um,
Robert Saleh.
I think Robert Saleh is gonna make Sam Darnold's life really, really hard. And yeah, I can't see this Seahawks team stopping this 49ers offense again. So, and yeah, I think Sam Darnold is definitely going to be the X factor. I could definitely see him throwing about 3 picks and that just being the difference of the game.
Thanks. Jared, Wild Wild West, Seattle, and the 49ers. Who you got and why?
Um, I've been thinking about this very, very, very. Like, it's been because there's both teams have a very compelling argument of why they could win this football game, but I'm going to go with the 49ers. I think that because we say Sam Darnold in big games, he sees ghosts and he fails to rise to the occasion. But against the Rams, we saw him go out there and match Matthew Stafford. We saw him go out there and put on a performance in a big game, prime time, that put them in this position to be able to even play this game for the number one seed. Like we've seen, don't say
how many interceptions did he throw that game?
Yeah, I'm about to say I wouldn't say he matched them. I would not say that.
That's fine. He threw the interceptions, but what still happened? What's the outcome of the game? They still put up 38 points.
I believe a punt return for a touchdown is what sparked.
He threw two touchdowns and 2 interceptions, 270 yards.
Yeah, so the quarterback that would have 457, 3 TDs. We're just saying. You said he went toe to toe with Matthew Stafford. We think that's not.
In terms of going toe to toe, I'm saying he won the game. He went out there and won the game. Matthew Stafford had opportunity to go out there and win the game. He didn't. Sam Darnold did, and he won the game. That's what I'm saying. We say in big moments he chokes, he fails, but in that big moment, even through the adversity, even through the interceptions, we saw him come back and win the game. Like you said, yes, that punt return was crucial. The 2-point conversion was crucial.
That's 9 points. That's 9 points. He still got the job
done. He still in overtime took the team down there, scored a touchdown, and then converted the 2-point conversion. That's the first ever time that a 2-point conversion has ended a game.
You sound very confident in Sam Darnold. So why are you not going with Sam Darnold?
And this is the reason why I'm not going with Sam Darnold, because of the slow starts. This Seahawks team tends to, in games, start off slow. We just saw it against the Panthers. The game was close in the beginning, and then over the course of the game, they beat down on the Panthers, and they ended up winning big. And I think that you can't start off slow against this 49ers team. The 49ers come out the gate. Their first drive is a touchdown. This past Sunday, their first drive wasn't a touchdown. The first drive was actually pick six going against the Bears. But the very next drive, they went down there and scored. The drive after that, they went down there and, this team is a fast-paced offense, and they're going to put up points early. They're going to score in the first quarter. But the Seahawks, they have a tendency sometimes, some games, to start off slow, especially in divisional matchups. We've seen them start off slow on countless divisional matchups this year. So when you look at that, because I've already told you before, the reason why I don't think the 49ers can go to the Super Bowl is because of the fact that their defense can't stop anybody. Their defense gives up points to a lot of teams. We saw Phillip Rivers go out there and have a good game against his defense. We saw Caleb Williams just completely torch his defense. This defense can't stop anybody. They're just lucky enough to have an offense and a head coach that can put up a lot of points with the best of the teams. I think that some of these great teams in the NFC have good defenses. And the Seattle Seahawks also have a really good defense. Yes, we didn't see it that night against the Rams, but they have a good defense, and we've seen that over the course of the season. So I think this will be a very, very good game. But I think that Sam Darnold will struggle in the beginning of the game. I think that will come back to hurt them in the end. So I got the 49ers winning this one.
I have the 49ers, and I don't think there is an argument for Seattle simply because of Sam. Like you said, last week we saw Sam Darnold, well, not last week, but a couple weeks ago, we saw Sam Darnold go against the Rams, and he looked every bit of what he looked like the year before in those first couple quarters of the game. It took a punt return for a touchdown to spark the team, to spark the momentum, and it also a 2-point conversion that we still don't know what happened on that play. Never seen referee just give a team 2 points for not doing anything, right? 9 points right there, a 9 point swing that went in the Seattle Seahawks' favor had nothing to do with Sam Darnold. So those 9 points, you never know what could have happened if they didn't get that 2-point conversion or they didn't have the punt return. I get it, it happened, but without those 9 points, this game is probably not going to overtime. The Rams are probably set at the number one seed going against, well, not going against the 49ers, but it'll come down to the Rams and the 49ers. But I do think Sam Darnold will wet the bed on the road against a 49ers team that you got to go toe for toe with them. Your defense is not going to stop this offense. So you got to go toe for toe. And the Rams were in complete control of that game because Sam Darnold could not go toe to toe. But like I said, change of events, some things happened, unfortunate things happened, and they came back in that game. I don't think that's going to happen in this game, right? One thing that you said at the 49ers offense and head coach. Well, we need to add another little category to that, and it's the quarterback. I'm tired of people talking about Brock Purdy being a system quarterback. I'm tired of. Do y'all know that this year we had conversations about Mac Jones being the full-time starter and not bringing Brock Purdy back? Like Brock Purdy has been disrespected since he stepped in the league. It's because he's the last pick. It's because people just don't see a last pick quarterback being this legit. Well, he's legit. He's like that. And he's better than half y'all team starting quarterbacks for everybody that's watching this podcast right now. All right. Brock Purdy just had first player in team history. Mind you, we have Joe Montana's and the Steve Youngs that have come through this 49ers organization. He's the first player in team history to have 5 total touchdowns in consecutive games. Average quarterbacks don't do that. System quarterbacks don't do that. All right. Also, he's the first 49ers quarterback with 300 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and 2 rushing touchdowns in a game. In a game, mind you, one of the GOATs was a quarterback in this organization. He's putting up numbers that even Joe Montana couldn't put up, that Steve Young couldn't put up. So the disrespect of Brock Purdy got to stop. He's legit. He's like that, and he can be the reason why this team can compete for a ring this year. I'm not going to lie. Like, I am scared of this 49ers team. As the Eagles, that's my pick. I'm scared of this team a lot because Brock Purdy's playing at an all-time high right now. And the thing about this Kyle Shanahan offense has been, okay, Kyle Shanahan is doing really good with these average quarterbacks, right? He's making these average quarterbacks look good. Well, Brock Purdy brings that extra, off script, that extra scrambling, that extra playmaking that Kyle Shanahan has not had. Did y'all see that touchdown he threw when he rolled out to the left, came back right, stepped up? Like, no quarterbacks have been doing that for Kyle Shanahan. But now he has that at his disposal. That makes his offense 10 times scarier. You already know they want to run the football, right? You know the O-line good, led by what you call him, Rell? What you call Trent? You said that Silverback, right? Like,
My bad, man. Hey, big SBG.
facts. That big Silverback, right? Like that, like Trent Williams, that O-line, you know they want to run the football. And now you got to worry about the passing game being on point and Brock Purdy be able to scramble and make plays. Like, this offense is deadly, right? Especially when they're healthy. And George Kittle will be coming back this week, I believe. And he wasn't even there. George Kittle was not playing last week. And Brock Purdy had 5 touchdowns. So that just shows you how good Brock Purdy is. And I think that they're going to, I'm not going to say they're going to run through the Seattle team because I do have respect, but I do think that Sam Darnold's mistakes, the 49ers will capitalize on it, right? Kyle Shanahan, and to end this off, the biggest thing that we have not brought up is that the 49ers, this is a golden opportunity. If you win this game, you will never play on the road again for the rest of the year. The playoffs will go through Santa Clara. And guess what? The Super Bowl is being played in Santa Clara. Like, you have an opportunity to play home games for the rest of the year if you win this game. This is a must-win game for the 49ers. Like I said, this game isn't just if we lose, at least we're in the playoffs. Like, this is not like the Bucks and Panthers. This is not like the Steelers and Ravens. Whoever loses is still going to be in the playoffs. but you have a chance to have every single game at home, including the Super Bowl, if you make it that far, and the first round bye. So, and I heard through the grapevine that Fred Warner might come back. He might come back if they make a deep enough playoff run, right? So this is a golden opportunity, and that bye week, that guaranteed second round game might even bring Fred Warner back a little quicker. You never you don't know. So it's too much riding on the line right now for Kyle Shanahan to choke this away. Now y'all can bring it up. Kyle Shanahan done choked
That's what
2
he
Super
does.
Bowls, 3 Super Bowls away.
What
Okay,
he
y'all can bring
does.
that up. Cool. Y'all can bring that up. But I think he's in a great situation right now against a quarterback who we know can wet the bed at any moment in Sam Darnold. This is a must-win game, and I think he's going to get the job done. So I'm definitely going with the 49ers to get this W. And like I said, this team is very scary. And I could see this team. I can see it. Them getting to the Super Bowl this year. All right?
They feeling like in 7, leave a comment down below.